How you guys doing tonight? You know, man, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about a TV show that's really starting to get to me now, more than ever. Let's just keep it real here. My personal opinion, The View is going to be the next political movement far as Hollywood TV shows is concerned after the 2021 election. I promise you that. There's a reason why this talk show has been on the air for over 24 years. It's been on the air for 24 years. I didn't know it was on the air that long. And then I started to realize something. You know? The reason why it's been on the air is because it's been led by journalists, television hosts, fashion designers, authors, movie stars, comedians, talk show hosts, leaders of the LGBTQ communities, politicians, producers, lawyers, columnists, TV personnel, and also politicians' children have been on here. All women, led by all women. Of course, this show was created by Barbara Walters back in 1997. So what I'm trying to say is this. The future of these shows, especially shows like this, are being funded, produced by liberal men. Once again, a lot of these television producers that funding these shows are by liberal men. And Barbara Walters is a producer, of course, but majority of them are being funded by liberal men who are also pushing certain agendas onto the masses. You see, shows like this that shows all races and all colors of different types of women, blacks, whites, Asians, Puerto Ricans, Hispanics. A lot of them are pushing a lot of agendas onto the masses of people, especially blacks. Their goal is always and forever is to make sure that black people stay in line. Black women, you are the head of the household because we said so. And your goal is to make sure the heterosexual black male is weakened and you do whatever you need to do to keep them in line by any means necessary. That is their goal. Majority of Americans feel that blacks always and forever will vote liberal or democratic, or I should say democratic with the liberal mindset. That you should accept LGBTQ, that you should accept that you are the prey and you are the victim because of the white establishment in this society that we live in. Like I told you, society, as long as a society like this exists, where the black man and the white man coexist with each other under one roof called United States of America, there will always and forever will be a conflict based off of these two words: racism and slavery. And the liberal women that is being led by the Caucasian woman, their job is to make sure that the black woman that leads the black man to keep saying, yes, that exists. Like I said, the three things that you must remember when you watch a TV show like this, these three things will always and forever will come up: feminism, globalism, and racialism. Always. Globalists, everyone coming together. Racialists, racism or racialist, however you want to call it, is what's holding the black man down. People like Whoopi Goldberg, Rosie Perez, and Joy Behar, they always constantly talk about stuff like that. And last but not least, feminism, which is always will be on the top of the food chain. Majority of these women and women in America, period, support one, if not all of these things. Majority of women always will support globalism because everyone thinks that everyone is equal. Everyone thinks that women are equal to men. Everyone should come together. That's what globalist means. Include LBGT in there as well. Once again, man, I see something brewing. Every time I turn around when these shows are on, I hear about a guest speaker that goes on there who has conservative mindsets. And I literally think to myself, really? You really going to go on that show thinking you are going to say what you think you're going to say to these women that you see here on this picture? Imagine you being in the center, in the middle of these women, trying to push your ideas and your ideological thinking onto these women, and you not thinking like they do. You are really, my personal opinion, putting your life at risk. But of course, with the COVID-19, I'm quite sure they're doing their little interviews through Zoom or satellite or podcast or however they're doing it. But you're really putting yourself in a disservice by doing that, because we all know that they're going to talk over you, talk down to you, and if you were in their presence, they probably would like to put some physical harm to you. So sometimes I wonder, what is your accomplishment on going on these shows if you think the way that you do, especially if you think on a side where you actually think for yourself? So to me, the shows like this is going to be the future of the democratic liberal mindset, ran and led by Caucasian women and LGBTQ women, and black women will follow behind, and their goal is to make sure that the so-called black male is going to be the footstep and the footstool for these women to speak on. That's just my personal opinion, because I see this brewing into something big. This is purposely done for them to be on TV for 24 plus years. You don't see any male shows like that. You don't. Not no panel. Not on no ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, or whatever. You don't see that. As a heterosexual black male that I am, of course I do not follow behind this kind of stuff. I do not follow. I'm a man who speaks on his own. I walk alone. I do things alone. But I love to listen. And I'm saying this right now. I hope you guys are listening to me. The View and these ladies in this picture are going to be the future of the Democratic Party in the liberal mindset. And brothers, you better be very aware. Not afraid. Just be aware of what you're getting yourself into. Do not support these shows.